Hi guys, and welcome back to niallpoints.com with Niall and Tomas. Yet
Hey.
again, we are still trying to get over the fact that Eurovision 2025 is over, so we're pretending it's not, and we're reacting to some live performances. We may have a winner, but let's pretend. We love JJ, but let's pretend
Yeah.
it's not over yet. We're just,
Yeah.
we're just clinging on to the joy.
Yeah. That was just the first round.
Yeah, there's another qualifying round next month.
Yeah.
We are going to do our next reaction on a country that surprised many people by unfortunately not making it into the final. It did cause a lot of upset in our shared accommodation in Manchester.
Yes.
It is time to look at Belgium. Red Sebastian and Strobe Lights is what we're looking at. Before we get into this, do remember to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and ring the notification bell. And you can also go to niallpoints.com. All the links you need are in the description down below. Oh, that feels slightly too professional for us. Look, I don't know. Anyway, are we ready?
Yes. Very ready. Come on.
Okay, this is Red Sebastian. Does seeing the colours like that make you feel patriotic?
Slightly.
The only thing I can say here at this intro is it's quite low in terms of his tone. I don't know if that maybe puts some people off, I'm not sure. But I like it. I
Oh.
love these lights.
Honestly, these visuals, all of these visuals are just fantastic to me, at least.
They're making really good use of the camera angles as well with them. Like, look at that visual. I love
that
it.
is beautiful. I love this as well. It's sort of like arrows going backwards.
It's like a reverse treadmill, almost. Where's Park where you need him? Getting those high notes almost perfect is insane.
Yeah, it is really good. Well, I love this visual as well. And then right now when the dancers walk past him, it's just so... it's so easy, so simple, but... the rehearsal clip. That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah. I love that boom, boom, boom moment. It's very exciting to me. Getting this timing bang on, I don't think is an easy task. I think people maybe underestimate how difficult that can be.
100%.
I mean, we all know how terrible I would be at any sort of choreo.
Honestly, the vocals are insane.
Oh, I forgot it was his birthday until we said party with me. I know he didn't say it was his birthday, but...
Maybe it would have helped. Maybe he should have done that.
Birthday points.
Oh.
That
you can even hear the crowd
really,
going. Yeah. I love how you can hear the crowd. It's just... Oh. You see, I still get goosebumps. Do you know I said that so many times when we reacted to the song, to the music video, to the showcase performance. Each time I hear the song, even studio cut in the car, I still get goosebumps every single time. I will never, ever understand what happened here and why it didn't qualify. It just makes no sense to me at all.
Okay, so do you? I know you say it makes no sense to you and you'll never understand, but is there anything in the performance at all? Remember, it's a televote only semi. We need to remember that as well. In this performance at all, that makes you think maybe if this part was slightly different,
No.
maybe if
Here's the thing.
we did that.
Here's the thing. I refuse to believe that one slightly off-camera shot or one slightly not so perfect note or one slightly, missed dance step or whatever. I refuse to think that that would be the reason why people would be like, oh, well, I'm not voting for that then. It makes no sense. Everything about this was perfection to me. And I know that I'm not the only one thinking this. The vocal was fantastic. Okay. The vocal was fantastic. The staging was fantastic. The lighting was fantastic. The backdrop was fantastic. The way that they used the camera angles, the way that they used the frame, it was all smart. It worked. It was done to perfection. The only thing that I can think as to why people didn't connect with it is the genre of the song. That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe it was just too EDM. It was too techno. Maybe that's the reason why it didn't qualify. I don't know. I have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue.
Remember when we first reacted to this and Theo Evans? We had a lot of comments comparing Theo Evans and Red Sebastian, and I can see that they're different, but there's similar vibes.
There are similarities.
Similar musical decisions in there and styles. And a lot of people were very much in the camp of it's going to be one or the other. And a lot of people thought Cyprus. I was still like, if it's one or the other, I would still see Belgium through personally.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it not doing as well as Cyprus. Or not doing better than Cyprus anyway. That was my opinion. And obviously both of them never got through, so that is maybe very similar to what you're saying here. That it's maybe the genre just wasn't quite right. Now,
yeah,
there's other aspects of Theo Evans' performance that
definitely. And it still did better in the points. It still got more points than Belgium at the end of the day, because Belgium came a joint second last with what was it? What country were they tied with? Was it Slovenia? Was it Azerbaijan?
Potentially, Azerbaijan were dead last.
Second?
They only got 7 points.
No, and that was second semi as well, I think. Wasn't it? Look, it doesn't matter. I know that Belgium came second last, joint with another country, and the genre is the only thing that I can think of that may have potential. And here's the thing: this is something that I wanted to discuss. When you look at the voting, when you look at the points, you have 5 points, I think, from the Netherlands. And I think there was one other country or so that gave it 3 or 1 point or whatever it was. Then a whole bunch of nothing. And then you get a 12 from San Marino. Now, that could be a coincidence, obviously. That could just be the San Marinese, because obviously it's a jury. That could be the San Marinese jury going, oh wow, we really love this, let's give this a 12. That, it could be coincidental. But I'm thinking, since San Marino does not have a televote, and they are the only country in the semifinal that votes via a jury, I can't help but think what would have happened to Red Sebastian if there had been juries in the semi. Was this maybe the fact that juries would have appreciated it more than televote? I mean, we always knew that juries appreciate vocals. We've always known that Belgium is much stronger with the juries than with the televote. If you look at Gustav, if you look at Laura Tesoro, if you look at Hooverphonic, even Jeremy in 2022, all songs that, whether in the final or in the all songs that made it to the final and that did better with the juries than with the televote. So I just can't help but think, what if there had been juries? Would we have qualified? Or is it just a coincidence?
I mean, let's look at it this way. It's a potential. The one that I look at, and with the game we'll probably discuss this more, but Switzerland, of course, came second with the juries and got 0 points, which would have probably translated to them not qualifying, which is insane.
But then,
like, thing to think about. So, is it a case that we need these juries back in the semi-final?
well, that's the thing. We can discuss this at length. We can go on and on about the juries. Do we need them? Do we not need them? And I feel like every single Euro fan is probably 50-50 on that, if they're really being honest. Whenever the country that you love does well with the juries and not with the televote, and then for that reason doesn't qualify or doesn't get the result that you hoped, whenever that happens, we're like, oh, thank God for the juries, thank God for the juries. We need the juries in the semis, blah, blah, blah. But whenever the country that you love does really well with the televote and gets tanked with the juries, we want to get rid of the juries. And we've all felt that way at some point about some country, and we've felt both ways about several different entries. So I think for Belgium, as a Belgian fan, I think it would be better if the juries come back, because we just historically tend to do better with the juries. I feel like we send songs, maybe more so than the average Eurovision country. We send songs that are very outspoken, out there, Hooverphonic, not really a type of song that you would normally hear at Eurovision. Blanche, Loïc Notaire, both of those obviously did well with the televote. But still, songs that you wouldn't really expect at Eurovision. I'm not saying that we always send the best songs per se. I'm just saying we've sent all kinds of different genres, whereas a lot of countries have one specific genre that they keep sending over and over and over again, and they have that success recipe with it, and they know what to do, and they just ride on that success. I feel like Belgium is a lot more eclectic, and that's maybe why juries appreciate our songs more. So in that sense, yeah, I think it would be good if the juries come back to the semifinals. If not for Belgium, then for other songs that miss out because of the fact that, the televote doesn't appreciate them. That is why the juries were brought back to Eurovision in the first place, to give some of these slower songs. If you look at the top jury scores in the final, what do we have? Austria, Switzerland, was it France, the Netherlands?
They're in there anyway.
Yeah, all songs that would otherwise maybe not do as well. We look at, with the televote, look at France, look at Switzerland, look at Netherlands. All three of them did not really do well with the televote. Those kind of songs would maybe stand less of a chance of getting a considerable result if the juries were not there. So, but we can, that's a discussion to have maybe in a later, in a separate video. The juries are always going to be a subject of a lot of opinions and,
debate. Yes, and the debate rages on. If you've probably all seen the news of the open letter from Martin Green, all of it. It's all apparently under discussion. A lot of countries demanding change. Slovenia threatening withdrawal if change isn't at least discussed in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Is it an empty threat? We don't know. But yeah, I'm sure we will revisit this within the next few months. But that was Red Sebastian. Do we have any other thoughts other than we love him?
We love him. Red Sebastian, if you're watching this, if you're ever in Austin, G-Star, come and visit me. I'd like a picture.
Don't do a Johnny Logan and get too afraid to say hello.
I wasn't afraid to say hello. I talked to Johnny Logan a couple of times when he was in the store. I just was too shy to ask for a picture.
Oh, okay. Well, none of that with Sepa.
No.
We will see you again soon, but do remember in the meantime to subscribe to the channel, like this video, ring the notification bell, and go to niallpoints.com. Very handily, all the links are in the description down below, just for you. So you can go follow us on social media, whatever you need to do, it's all there. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.